Look, launching a product without a tight, real-time customer feedback loop is like driving blind at full speed, reckless and stupid. Yet somehow, almost every launch ignores the one thing that could save it from crashing and burning: listening deeply to the people who actually matter, the users. Why? Because too many founders and leaders are caught up in their own hype, their assumptions, or just the nice-to-have of feedback. They think they know what the market wants before the market even speaks. That's not just arrogance, it's suicide for a product. Nobody denies the pressure. The investor calls, the deadlines crowd your calendar, the roadmap looks like an ironclad contract. But ignoring feedback, that's neglect. It's walking into a battlefield without a shield. You'll hear, "We'll get feedback after launch," but here's the kicker. Feedback after launch is often useless. It's late, messy, defensive. By then, customers have already made up their minds, competitors have moved, and your momentum is bleeding out. Waiting kills. It's a slow, painful death of missed signals and lost opportunities. Here's the brutal truth. Feedback loops aren't just nice to have if you want to build something people buy and use non-stop. They are the product's lifeline. You break that lifeline, you suffocate growth, creativity, and survival. You gamble your whole startup on your gut feeling or your shiny pitch deck. And if you're honest, that gamble rarely pays off. So, what needs to happen right now? Step by step, no bull. First, build feedback into your launch plan like your life depends on it. Set up tiny, constant experiments. Talk to real customers before they sign up while they're trying to use your MVP and the second they hit a problem. Don't wait for a survey a week later. Get in their chat, watch their screen, hear their frustration as it happens. Real-time data, not reports. Second, create a brutal filter. Not every piece of feedback is gold. Learn to separate noise from signal instantly. That takes sharp focus and cold discipline. You want patterns, not random rants. This means having your team obsess over data every day, not once a month during some feedback review. Spin fast, iterate constantly, and don't be afraid to kill features that people hate. Your ego must die on the altar of what works. Third, integrate directly. Feedback can't be a box you check or a deck slide you show investors. It has to shape your roadmap minute by minute. That means your product team, sales, marketing, everyone must breathe feedback. Daily stand-ups include live user voices. Product demos show what customers hate and how you're fixing it, not just the sexy new stuff. Make feedback the heartbeat of every decision. Finally, build a culture that hungers for being wrong. That's the hardest part, forcing yourself and your team not to defend but to absorb, question, and pivot lightning fast. Admit you don't have the answers. That openness is what sets apart founders who succeed massively from those stuck on mediocre tracks. The market is relentless. It punishes pride, rewards humility, and speed. If that sounds brutal or overwhelming, good, because the alternative is worse. Watching your launch flop quietly while pretending everything is okay. Hearing investors ask why growth stalled. Feeling that anger build when you realize you threw away months or years, ignoring the very people who could have saved you. This isn't about following some trendy product advice. This is about survival in the rawest form. If customer feedback loops aren't baked in from day one, you're managing your failure, not your growth. So carve it into your launch playbook today. Hunt feedback down aggressively. Make it your most valuable asset. And never ever launch without it. The market won't wait for you to figure it out. Neither will your customers. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and open the featured link to learn more.